Why's the sound all weird in the dumpster today, Alex?
I don't know, maybe because I'm calling you from a different dumpster.
No way, we're doing cross dumpster recording today.
Yep, we're quarantined in our own dumpsters to just try to keep up with that whole social distancing thing.
Yeah, and because the governor was like, hey, don't go outside.
Because we're actually listening, unlike some people that are just like, oh, we're gonna go do stuff.
Normally I'd be a little bit more willing to bend those rules, but the fact that everyone else is has me deeply spooked. I don't like that.
Yeah, because, if everyone's doing it, then there's really no point at all.
Yeah, guys, fucking stay at home. I've been doing social distancing since I was in middle school, okay? It's not that hard. It's
We're
really
masters of social distancing.
we've been doing it forever. The meek shall inherit the earth and all
Huh.
that.
Listen, I know the art of social distancing.
The art of social distancing.
Social
Social
distancing?
social distancing? That's right, Snake. You need to practice social distancing. All right,
Just like my
new
Japanese anime.
Oh my god. It is just like my Japanese anime. Speaking of Japanese animes, we're going to talk about some of them.
Yeah, not that much though, because this is the end of the season.
Yeah, all our stuff is over. It's all over.
It's all over.
Shrek 2, it's all ogre.
Yeah, we are at
Electric
the.
Boogaloo.
But yeah, I'm Alex. That's Ian. You
Yo,
know us by now, or you don't.
this is a
Let's.
weird point to come into the show if you're
Yeah,
a new listener. We appreciate it. We're glad you're here. This is probably not the best episode to start with.
come back in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're gonna kick things off with Toilet Bound Hanako-kun because the 3 shows that come before it are finished.
Yeah, we are starting almost halfway down our list.
Yep. So we have they got out of the mirror world, and Nene is feeling kind of down because she feels like Hanako doesn't really open up to her, which he doesn't, in
He
fairness.
doesn't. Because we still, like, don't entirely know the deal with,
Tsukasa, his brother.
yeah, that guy. The sociopath who we watched beat a spirit to death with his bare hands last week.
Yeah, he is not well.
No.
But yeah, so she's just kind of moping around when some fish come up to her and they're like, our princess, your highness, it is us. We've come to take you to the land of fishes.
And she's like, what do you got? What are you talking about? Eh?
And they butter her up by telling her stuff about how she's basically going to have her own harem in the fish world.
Yeah. They're working with the mermaid. They're like, hey, we need a mermaid successor. We need
Yeah.
a princess mermaid. We're
And
looking at you.
Hanako is watching using his Haku Jodai.
Because he has to, because he's not a total idiot.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, so the mermaid's at it again.
So, like, whenever Nene is just, she just attracts bad business. You can't leave this girl alone for like 2 days before she gets embroiled in some kind of otherworldly business.
Yeah, you gotta keep a close eye on that.
You got to lock that down.
Yeah. And we get a nice scene too where he's like kind of bothering her while she's in class, since no one can see him but her.
Yeah, and
She can
she's
just be like, hey, Nene, or Yashiro, look at me. It's like, pay
pay,
attention to me, because he wants
pay
attention.
attention to me. And she's like, dude, what is your deal, man? He's like, I was lonely when you were abducted and trapped in the mirror world.
Oh, and
And
because the whole mirror world thing, we see Kyo is kind of depressed.
yeah, because now his friend is all fucked up
Yeah,
again.
but he does resolve to end up saving him from Tsukasa and bringing him back.
Yeah. Gotta save the world.
I just realized when we're making the villain of the season list, we're probably gonna have Tsukasa on it just because I can't think of a lot of other villains. But now thinking about it, we had a Tsukasa before. Why are Tsukasas just bad guys?
I don't know. That's a really good question. Japan, is Tsukasa your evil name? Like, are people just villains who have that name?
Like Benedict's.
Benedict. That at least has historical precedent that we know about. I don't know about Tsukasa.
Maybe it does, and we just don't know.
True.
Imagine being named Judas.
I mean, I feel bad because like I think that name is actually really cool. I think Judas is a sweet ass name.
It's a sweet name, but no one's named it anymore.
Yeah, no one's gonna be like, "Hey, this is my son, Judas Adolf Hitler."
I was gonna make the same joke.
Great minds think alike.
But yeah, obviously the whole thing with the mermaid doesn't end up falling through because Hanako shows up and he's like, "Hey, Nene likes me."
And also, if you don't stop bothering her, I'm gonna slice you guys up.
I'm gonna make sashimi out of you.
I do like how there's like a day of contemplation where Nene's just walking around asking basically everyone what she should do, and pretty much the unanimous response is like, "Yeah, why not?"
Yeah, even the teachers, the spider teachers, like, "Hey, that sounds like a pretty good deal. You should take it."
Fuck it, why not? What do you got to lose?
But of course, he always does leave with something cryptic, where she's like, "I feel like he doesn't open up to me," and he's like, "Maybe he's afraid that you'll find out." She's like, "Find out what?" And he's like, "That's for him to tell you."
And he doesn't want to tell you.
Yeah.
Thanks, teacher. You gave me a lot of non-information at the season finale. Thank you.
Yep. But then he does save her, and then after he tells her that if she really wants to know about him, he'll open up to her more in the future, in that he had a younger brother once that he murdered, but that one was kind of easy to put together.
Yeah, I think he even says that at one point. He's like, "Hey, cool knife. Glad you killed me with it."
Yeah. But yeah, and then we kind of leave off on the nothing is truly resolved yet, and more adventures are to come. A lot of read the manga endings.
Read the manga.
And I don't know if this was confirmed for getting a season 2 yet. I don't think it was.
Not that I've seen, I don't think.
I feel like it was pretty popular this season, though, so I think it might.
I would hope so, because like I like this show. I think it would make sense for it to get a second season.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let another piece of Hanako-kun media go unfinished.
Yeah, don't let that happen.
Don't let it happen, guys. Don't let it.
Another ending, which was basically like, hey, there's probably more in the manga or something. Somali. So I thought the whole thing with the the people eaters was gonna last a bit longer, but that gets kind of resolved within like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, he goes Super Saiyan and
he goes
just
evil golem mode where he's about like target acquired, and he was basically gonna try to murder everybody in there, but Somali tries to stop him, and she actually saves the lady that was trying to eat her, the evil grandma.
Yeah. I don't know if I would have been so kind, but you know what? That's why we've got our idealistic little girl on the show and not me.
Yeah, because we didn't really find out what happens with her after either. If she's like, "Hey, I was wrong to try to eat humans. Not all humans are bad." They just never show her again.
Yeah, I would hope. I was kind of glad that they didn't do that because I honestly, at this point, I think that's kind of lame. It feels like a cop out every time.
Yeah.
It's a trope I'm kind of tired of seeing.
Yeah, the like, you have changed my perspective.
You know what? Maybe I was the monster all along instead of the fucking
Be careful
crazy golem that
be careful
shoots.
that he who hunts monsters does not become one.
Stare long into the abyss and find that the abyss stares back into you.
Want to go play Bloodborne after?
I do like Bloodborne. Bloodborne's really good, guys. It's got a lot of good eldritch
Hot
horror, and
take.
that's pretty sweet.
Hot take. Bloodborne is a good game. I know it's controversial to say that. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I think Bloodborne is really good.
You know what they say, no publicity is bad publicity. We're all about those hot takes here on the Protagonist seat.
A lot
Just
of people
drop
are
them
probably going
everywhere.
to disagree with us, say Bloodborne, good. You know what? I dare say it's one of the games of this console generation. I'm saying it.
You
I
know
said
what?
it.
You know what? I think you're right. Oh,
People can come after us. They can say what they want, but that's what I'm sticking to.
guys, sound off in the comments. I want you all to be brave alongside us. If any of you also agree that Bloodborne is one of the greatest games of this console generation, sound off. This is a safe place. All right? We encourage that kind of behavior.
Yes, good hunters.
Good hunters. May you rest long for the weary
Yeah.
night.
May you find your worth in the waking world.
Hanga danga durgan. It's Leif Erikson Day in The Hunter's Dream.
Is it Cos or Cosm?
Is it Cos or Cosm? Otacon.
Nice thing about Bloodborne is there's very few lines, but you can quote most of them.
Yeah, that I think that's why, because there's only like 4 of them.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one too.
Fear the good blood. And everyone fucking whispers them all the time.
Yeah,
Everyone's
everyone's
just
real like,
whispering.
yeah.
You know what? Everyone's like the voices in fucking Castlevania seasons, all of them.
Yeah, seasons, all of them. There was a third season that snuck up on us. We didn't even notice.
Yeah.
We got free room to banter today because we only got like 3 more shows.
Yeah, we're almost halfway done already. So we're just going to shoot the shit. Where'd we
Oh,
leave off with Somali?
we resolved the thing with the people eaters.
I don't,
Golem
yeah,
Daddy. Golem
I don't
Daddy
want
goes into super mode. He beats the shit out of a couple of them, but then Somali is just like, he's not gonna. Don't worry, he's not gonna hurt me, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he collapses and he wakes up a few days later. He's missing his arm now, so he's just gonna have to go on with one arm. But Somali's okay, and so are the Onis.
And he's missing a shit ton of his like clay skin too.
Yeah, most of his skin's gone, and apparently he lost a lot of internal fluid.
He's not looking too great. But that's fine.
Is there really no one that can like repair a golem? They're artificial. So you
I
think you can
don't
like
I honestly don't know because the way they describe the way they talk about golems at the start of the series is like they just kind of fucking show up. Golems just show up and they live 1,000 years and then they disappear. So like I don't know.
he ends up they end up going to another town and there's like a festival there and he does talk with the little Oni more about his decision of whether he's gonna like stay or leave. And then when they're in the town, he buys Somali some like popcorn, it looks like, or something. I think it's popcorn.
Just a snack. He
He buys
buys
her a
child
snack.
snack.
Yeah. And while they're in the town, he decides that this is gonna be he sees her look happy and stuff, so he's like, I think this is gonna be my bow out point, so I'm gonna just go.
I'm a head out.
Yeah. Because
And
he
everyone
decides, yeah.
turns around and he's fucking gone. And they're like, "Welp."
Yep. So Somali just, well, the younger Oni knows what's going on, but Somali refuses to accept it. So she runs out into the woods to find him, and he probably only just walked off, but yet he's all the way in the woods by this point.
Golem can move very fast. He can also basically fly.
I don't think he's flying right now, though. I don't think he's got the energy for that.
I don't know. He's still got both his legs.
But yeah, so she ends up following him into the woods, and he's like, "Stay back. You're not supposed to follow me."
It felt very reminiscent of a moment earlier in the series. I think like 2 episodes ago, maybe it was last week.
Yeah,
But
where it
when it
shows like the
shows him,
past and stuff.
yeah, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Stop following me, you damn kid."
But then she does, and she's like, "Don't you want to stay with me?" And he's like, "I can't." He's like, "I have no emotions, I have no like wants or anything like that." But she's like, "Of course you do." And it's a nice scene where he actually kind of breaks down a bit, and like he's like, "I do have emotions."
It is. I would say this scene is very well written and directed.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I would say I haven't encountered a performance in this show that I've really just kind of not been down with. Like, I think everyone does a real good job of holding it up on their end.
No, yeah.
Um,
Daisuke Ono and Iori Minase really like carry this.
yeah, dude, they do a good job, and it's got fun visuals. It's a pretty show.
But yeah, so he agrees to stay with her for whatever time he has left, and they continue to still travel because obviously we're not resolving the plot line yet because we still haven't found the humans.
Yeah, they're not just gonna leave the lake they're at and be like, "Holy shit, there's humans everywhere."
But yeah, we see
Whoa.
them a little like thing of they're I guess they're still traveling with the Oni and they're in a new area and their clothes are changed and for some reason he looks like he's wearing like Altair's outfit from like Assassin's Creed 1.
Yeah, because he's an assassin now.
Yeah, he's got one arm. Poor
He's
guy.
the one-armed assassin. I
Assassin's Creed 1 Altair was great because for some reason he was just like all the other Assassin's Creed characters have the accent of where they're from. He's just
he
tough Hollywood badass guy.
he didn't need it. That's the thing. He was a man who transcended time.
Don't worry, they gave him his accent in like Revelations though.
I wouldn't know.
I played all of the Assassin's Creed games up till 4, and then after I'm like this is okay, but I'm getting real sick of the whole Assassin's Creed part.
Actually, yeah. I also played everything up to Black Flag.
Yeah, Black Flag was good. The
Black
pirate
Flag
stuff
was pretty
was.
good.
The pirate stuff was fun. Anytime you were on an island and it was like, all right, what mission am I doing? Am I A, following somebody for 20 minutes listening to their conversation, or B, nothing else because that was the only option you ever had.
There was so much like I don't understand it. You built environments that weren't very good for following people and then just put shit
Yeah, because
tons of following
these
missions
are
in it.
shitty colonial Caribbean towns with like 4 buildings.
Like even colonial New England was hard enough to pull off, which I don't think they did very well.
No, I don't think they did either.
And then it's just like it's weird because living up here, I look at those trees and I'm like, no tree has ever looked like that ever.
Yeah.
Every tree grows straight unless it has a reason not to.
Also, like just the amount of branches to jump between, it never felt comfortable. You would always like, basically, I never even remember climbing trees because it never worked right.
Yeah, it was weird and it didn't work. And it didn't work in fucking
Where's Charles Lee? I need to find Charles Lee.
he did not do a good performance in that game.
Are you Charles Lee?
Are you Charles Lee?
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't a good game.
No.
3 wasn't very fun.
Which sucks because I liked some of the gadgets in 3. I liked the rope darts.
And the tomahawk.
And the tomahawk was pretty cool too. But everything else was just not good. Guys, just do
Yeah.
fucking Vikings or Japan.
Or just like don't just make a new IP because after like the Greek one that came out, I'm wondering if it's even still Assassin's Creed anymore.
I don't know, to be honest. I haven't watched it because they have like an ancient Egypt one too, and it's like that predates the Assassins, I think.
It does, I think. I
What
don't
do
know. They
you?
probably they took their lore probably and flushed it after when they realized they don't care anymore.
Yeah, guys, you screwed the pooch.
Screwed the pooch, and you're still screwing it because you won't stop making them.
Yeah, it's a series that will never die.
Because apparently the French one was bad, and Assassin's Creed Syndicate I don't know anything about. It just
Oh,
like
I
came out, didn't matter.
I forgot about those. Those like France and England, yeah, England would have been good settings. Like running around Victorian London, freaking jumping along those rooftops. That would have been pretty cool.
But apparently it wasn't.
They could have made Jack the Ripper a Templar.
That would have been a weird Templar though. Like, what do they have to gain by having a dude who's just like murders prostitutes?
I don't know. They could like there's enough bullshit there that you could bullshit out a plot with that.
Maybe.
Like maybe those prostitutes were assassins. Maybe he's just an assassin hunter.
That's true actually. In Assassin's Creed 2, you would like almost hire like the courtesan woman to like help you, like distract people. So
Yeah,
they were kind of in leagues.
so fuck it. Now they just are assassins.
All right, Ubisoft, let us work for you and make the next Assassin's Creed. We can do it better.
We can do your Assassin's Creeds better than you can. So just
Don't
give the IP to us.
don't worry, we'll still have the tower climbing, and we'll still have the same 3 side quests spread out a million times over the map.
Of course.
Yeah, because it
And you
wouldn't
know
be an
what?
Ubisoft game otherwise.
We'll build the environments around the gameplay so that it's fun to traverse. What a
So,
revolutionary idea.
so there's still like Show by Rock that we got to talk about. I think we
That
went on for 10 minutes about Assassin's Creed, a series we don't even like that much.
You know what? That's the good content right there. That's what the people pay to see. So Show by Rock. So where we left off last week, everyone overslept. Holy shit.
Yep,
But
and
then
it's the
they woke
big
up.
day though.
We come to it in media res. Everyone sprinting down the street, full force, video calling each other because that's safe.
Yeah.
And
Also, I
basically,
feel like Hoenn would like trip. Her shoes are not like built for sprinting full speed.
they are super not made for sprinting. And you know what? She doesn't. So good on her. At least I don't remember her tripping. I don't know. Um, but basically, they remember what I remembered last week and
Yeah,
knew would be
the
a
guitar.
yeah. However, it did not pan out as I had expected. Basically, Hoan splits off from the group because now they've got a ticking clock. By the time that raging signal goes on, they need to register. And Do Konjo Finger is playing right now. So they got to beat Raging to the stage. Hoan goes back to get her guitar, and turns out freaking manager Dopey Dude sends out all of the guitar. He sends out every guitar in the building, including Hoan's, to get repairs.
Bum bum
Now,
bum.
uh, he's I this scene it gets a little weird. I'm not gonna deceive you because like the truck that picks up the guitars to bring them to where they need repairs looks like a fucking moving truck and is filled with just square cardboard boxes and 2 guitars, and one of which is very obviously Hoan's guitar.
Maybe they do multiple stuff. Like, these are tough times. They got to be like a multifaceted company.
Yeah, we'll just deliver everything. Also, this show not executing proper social distancing procedure with these large ass concerts going along. This place is gonna fall, man.
Yeah,
This is gonna fall.
Midi City 69 is canceled due to the corona outbreak.
It's they're gonna They're gonna get hit hard by the corona outbreak. I'm telling you.
Midi City's done.
But the thing that you totally expect to happen happens. She gets closed into the back of the van, and the driver is listening to the concerts, so he can't hear her banging on. Which, what moving van has a window between like the cabin and the part where all the fucking merch is? I have never
Yeah,
seen
it's
that ever.
um. I think I saw. This is a weird thing, but there was a movie I saw when I was younger called Olive the Other Reindeer.
I love where this is going.
It's a Christmas movie about a dog who becomes a reindeer. She can talk and all that, and the mailman's the bad guy. And I'm
Yo, I
pretty
think I think I know this.
Yeah, and the mailman's moving like he has like a truck, and that's got the thing where you can see into the back.
See, that's another like I also that's another cartoon though. That's another animated property. I don't think there is any like genuine moving vehicle that has a window between the cabin and the bed.
Yeah,
I
no,
just I just don't know.
that
Oh,
would be
but
that'd be a good idea though.
why?
Like, well, imagine a U-Haul truck, like in that Always Sunny episode. Like if they had that there, it'd be like,
They could just see that they were smoking themselves out.
yeah. Imagine doing that with your bros. You got the U-Haul truck, you got that, so you can like talk to each other.
Just everyone chilling out. Actually, okay, I got a new idea. We renovate, we buy and then renovate a U-Haul truck so that we turn the back into like a chill lounge.
Yeah,
And
you
then
just
we,
nail like the couch to like the bottom.
yeah, dude, you could use some freaking heavy grade bolts to put the furniture down and you'd be set. Just make sure you don't drill into any important hydraulic lines or shit like that.
Yeah, no, but then like you do that, and then boom, you got the chill zone.
Just laser weld down your shag carpeting
Yeah,
and
and
you're
you can
good.
like, I'm pretty sure you can drink booze in the back of there because that's not near the driver.
Yeah, dude, you can't even get into the cabin from there. Like, put in a window, but not a door, and then you're good to get crunk.
Yeah, and then like,
We rent it as a moving party bus,
yeah, even though it's just a U-Haul.
even though it's just a U-Haul.
So in fact, it's a lot smaller. You can fit maybe like half the amount of people.
I mean, it's a small chill lounge, whatever. Oh, it's the reverse food truck idea. We bring other people down to restaurants and bars and shit, and they chill in the lounge, and we do like a bar crawl. But
Or like,
instead of walking around like a plebeian, you've got a sweet ass chill van.
that is true. Or you like hit up the drive-through, but it's like you're eating inside, but you're not because you're in the chill lounge. But you get the food pass through the window.
Yo, this is actual genius.
If only it
We've
wasn't like
we've
social
solved it.
distancing and shit going on.
Nah, dude, it's the perfect for social distancing. You isolate people in the back of the U-Haul,
But they gotta
and you
stay
have
there now until like the quarantine ends.
you just live in there, and then you go to drive-throughs and get delivery wherever you want.
You live in that shit.
You live in that shit. I mean, people renovate buses all the time to live in.
Yeah,
Why
and
not a
vans.
U-Haul? Why not a U-Haul?
So our
Eh,
next podcast will be recorded from a U-Haul truck.
yeah, we're moving on up, guys. We're moving on up. We just weld our dumpster into
Can
like
you
the
buy a
back of a
U-Haul
truck.
truck though?
I honestly don't
I
know.
mean, you can probably buy the same type of truck, but not like a U-Haul brand truck.
Yeah, I'd imagine you'd have to like find someone selling a similar style of truck.
Yeah, and then be like,
Or
why do you want this to live in?
I don't know. It's like I'd imagine it's the same thing as people who live in or who renovate those buses. Like, where the fuck do you buy a bus?
That's true. Yeah, I never thought about that.
I don't know.
I feel like you have to buy like a crappy one that they're like getting rid of and then fix it yourself.
Probably, but
That's a lot of work.
yeah. But if you're gonna freaking renovate a bus, I'd imagine
I
you'd be
imagine,
pretty
yeah.
willing to put the work in.
And if you're gonna live in it, I suppose renovating a bus is a lot cheaper than renovating a house.
That is definitely true. 100%. I forgot where I left off.
Hohen's stuck in the truck.
Oh yeah. And then she uses the power of rock to see. This also doesn't make sense to me because she has an electric guitar but no amp. So she like plays the guitar to get his attention,
It'd be
but it's
quiet as
not,
shit.
yeah, it's not hooked up to anything. Banging on the window, which for some reason didn't work at all, would be a better method. But the driver notices, and instead of being like, holy shit, a person is in my van. Are you okay? He just like kicks her out and is like, all right, see ya. And she doesn't know where she is. But guess who shows up? It's Puppy Cop. Puppy Cop shows up. And
Puppy
he's
cop.
because yes, Puppy Cop. Because she doesn't know where she is, so her immediate reaction is like, I'm gonna sprint down the highway because fuck it. That makes sense. And Puppy Cop is like, oh, I'll have to arrest you for running down the street. That's illegal. And she's like, dude, bruh, what? What? And meanwhile, back at the ranch, uh, Himeko is panicking because she sees that raging signal is getting on. And then she gets to the tent, the registry tent, and Ryuhu, best girl, walks out, passes in hand. She saved the day. But they're trying to figure out how to get to the stage because Puppy Cop doesn't know where that is either. Delman shoots a laser beam out of her forehead, and then Puppy Cop gets the coolest voice of all time. Like, he's like, all right, miss, get in the van. He swaps completely from, oh, I'm just a puppy cop to
This
action
is getting serious.
puppy cop, action police.
And then, of
Let's
course, he
go.
gets her there.
And he gets her there. And everything's fine. And they play. And I like the song they play. I don't remember anything about it because I was more impressed by them play. Like, I'll get to that later. But I remember listening to the song and being like, cool. I kind of like this stuff. But they play the show and they do good. And then they get back and they're all hanging out and they're like, hey, why don't we play a street performance? I know we just played a concert in front of just hundreds of thousands of people and everyone loved us. But let's go play a quick street concert.
For the
And then
public.
for the public, even though the public is at the festival, because I guess that's just all these people do.
The city is just consumed by it.
It's consumed by it. Consumed by the lust for festivals and music. But then they do a street performance, and then they actually perform the ED, and I think it's cool, even though it's just the ED is still the same as always. It's just a different visual of them playing it.
CD.
Yeah, actually, I think they perform the OP. Yeah, they perform the OP. I get them.
And we're also getting season 2.
Yeah, because after the credits, they're like, "Hey, we're getting show by rock stars, yay!
Yeah, so that'll
More
be nice.
bands, so many more bands, so many."
But
But
yeah,
that was bands this week.
so that'll be back at some point, and you know what? I'll be there.
I'll be there too. I like that show.
And another show that is done, Setton Academy, Join the Pack. So the mammoth boss finally shows up, but she's mini.
She is small.
Because turns out mammoths were smaller than elephants.
And then later it clarifies after someone calls her short, it clarifies like some of them were probably larger. So who the fuck
Yeah,
knows how big mammoths were, I guess.
it clarifies a lot of stuff because we actually see in a flashback that the Neanderthal and the mammoth became friends because it's like, hey, you were pushed to extinction because of humans too, right? And she's like, yeah, just like me. And then it says there are technically other theories of why mammoths went extinct.
Yeah, we don't actually know that.
Yeah.
We figure out that Hitomi has known all along that she was a Neanderthal because she Googled it.
Oh, and Jin figures out the best way to stop this, well, to save his own ass, is to make them Ranka and the mammoth leader fight in a boxing match.
Yeah, instead of just street fighting like animals do, we're gonna box like civilized kangaroo.
Because the mammoth is the boss of the extinct group, so it's boss v boss.
Yeah. And everyone is all happy about it.
Yep, and all the other cooking club members perform the role of cheerleaders for Ranka, and then the Neanderthal and Hitomi, well, Hitomi is forced to be a cheerleader for the mammoth, wearing the most scantily clad outfit.
There is some good fan service this week, let me tell you.
Yep.
Sloth Girl was looking mighty spicy in that bikini.
She even has to wear Hitomi has to wear like a collar and like a leash.
And a leash held by Anchan.
Yep. But while they're fighting, Ranka has the speed advantage, but pretty much one hit constantly sends her flying because mammoths are still really strong.
Yeah, because it's still basically a fucking elephant.
Yeah. And even though she's super tiny, but yeah. So she's actually getting her ass handed to her because she keeps getting baited into getting hit. And Jin's way of like kind of evening that up is he picks up her and he's like, all right, just for today. And he's like, who's a good girl? Who's a good girl?
Who's a good girl? You are.
The narrator's like, you want to train a dog? The best thing is praise.
And this makes her go Super Saiyan.
But yeah, but she still ends up losing. So she gets punched out of the ring and they're counting down to 10, 9, 8, 7. But
I'll give them this. Some of those shots of Ranka getting just her shit rocked are pretty brutal.
Yeah, they actually look painful.
Shit,
it's like the actual force of getting punched by an elephant.
Not pleasant. Yep. I remember seeing a story about a dude who got gored by an elephant and he had to walk 20 miles or something, holding his insides inside him just to get help.
And he survived?
And he survived.
I don't know if I could do that. I feel like at that point I'd be like, I'm not going to do this. I'm done.
You know what? You got to have the will to live. I don't know if I could do it either. That just seems so physically intense.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she ends up, the way she wins is after Anchan and Hitomi have a conversation where she's like, yeah, I knew you weren't human all along, but I don't care. We're still friends. She tries to convince the boss to back out, and she's like, listen, humans aren't as bad as we thought they were. And she's like, I'm the boss, so just shut up and listen to me. She's like, well, I'm leaving the pack, and you're not my friend anymore. And this mentally destroys the mammoth.
It's like that scene with the big sister. Because
yeah, she hates me.
This show's method of dealing with characters that are clearly stronger than literally everyone else. Because the mammoth girl kicked the shit out of Yenna and King.
Yep. Oh, and she ends up getting taken down by one punch from Ranka, and it's the softest punch. It's the emotional damage that does her in.
See, the thing when you're boxing, there are two battles going on. You've got your physical battle. That's where two men or women just throw punches at each other. But then there's also the mental battle. And this one I would say is even more key, you know? You
Battle of the
can't
mind.
you can't lose the mental battle. And that's what we saw here today. We
That's
saw
what we
the
saw
mammoth
here today,
girl.
folks. We saw a loss of the mental battle,
We
folks.
saw the mammoth losing the mental battle. And I'd say a mental loss is even more devastating. Those are scars that might not heal.
But then, yep, so the humans and Ronka's group win. They're all happy, and he actually lets Ronka lick him today because you know what? He's like, yeah, you know what? I saw some pretty good stuff today, thanks to you.
I
And it
saw
just
some
shows,
good shit.
and it's just him flashing back to Hitomi in that outfit.
Yeah. You know what? I wouldn't have been able to see Hitomi in such a sultry outfit if it wasn't for you today, so thanks.
But the Neanderthal and the mammoth make up, and then their groups cook together in the cooking club. And
Yay!
Panda Girl, I freaking hate her. She's like still holding on to the poop box.
You mean Koala Girl?
Yeah, Koala Girl. Koala Girl with the poop.
Yeah.
You guys want some more poop? Come on, guys, let's dig into the poop.
I did like how pardon me. I did like how Panda Girl was like, hey, she goes up to one of the extinct animals and she's like, hey, what's it like being extinct? What's
And
that
they're like,
like?
hey, come on, that's rude. But it's like, yeah, pandas, you might be joining them.
Yeah, you're gonna be in that club real soon.
Yeah, you're gonna transfer schools soon.
Yeah.
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 But then it looks like everything's all set, and then King comes in at the end, and he collapses. He's like, Jindono. It's like, listen, there's a big problem. They're coming. Ugh. And they're like, who? And he's covered in like cobwebs and stuff. And then we see bug people.
Bug people. Bug
Bug people.
people.
Look
Look
like
like bug.
bug. Talk
Talk
like
like people.
people.
So it's basically a read the manga ending.
Yeah,
Because
because I don't think this is getting a season 2.
yeah,
It was fun though.
for all of you Seton Academy diehards, I wouldn't hold out hope.
Yeah. But you know what? It was a fun show.
Yeah.
And you can always read the manga.
You know what? That's true. We always say it's a read the manga ending. You
But
guys can go and read those
just go read the
mangas.
manga.
Just go read those mangas.
Something
Sometimes
that,
they're even better.
yeah, you know what? I would say in our next case, Inspector, the manga is better than the anime. But I did like this last episode, how it was done.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty neat. They did a
So
good job.
we have shit posted a ghost out of existence.
Yes. By replacing the mystery of who is the ghost with is Nanase Karin still alive? They
Yeah.
have eliminated an enemy.
And so it's done, it's over, and Kotoko falls asleep because she used so much brain power she actually sleeps for a full day, 28 hours.
Could you imagine using your brain power so much that you actually just like pass out?
No, because I don't
Me
use that much
neither.
brain power.
Me neither.
But yeah, so he goes to see Saki for one last time, which he explains the whole situation with Rika, with how the reason she wants to create monsters is because she wants to live a normal life, so she wants to almost create a god, like a being that can take away her immortality.
Yeah. And that's going real fucking well so far.
Yeah, but now he realizes, well, now he knows that she realizes that Kotoko is going to be her biggest threat, so she'll probably come after her at some point. So that's
Yeah.
why him and Kotoko are going to stick together and probably end up fighting Rika in the future and more of her monsters. And Saki kind of realizes, like, she gets the closure she needs that, yeah, with her and Koro, it could never actually work.
Exactly. So they delete each other's numbers
Yep.
because that's what responsible adults do.
Yeah. And so then he goes back to Kotoko, and we just kind of get, like, the two of them bonding a bit, which is cute.
We get some cute couple stuff, which I would have liked to see a little bit more, but with a mystery like this, you got to kind of
Yeah, it takes a
manage your
backseat to
time.
that.
Yeah.
But we also learned too that he calls her by her last name not to like be informal, but because she doesn't really like her first name.
Yeah.
She says it's hard to say, but like Kotoko, I don't think that's that hard to say.
I don't think Kotoko is that hard to say either. But you know what? To
Her
each
last
their
name
own.
sounds like a guan. It's like Iwanaga. Iwanaga. I don't know.
It's also
It's harder, I think.
the yeah, it actually yeah, I would say her last name is a little bit more difficult to pronounce.
Yeah, Kotoko
Iwanaga.
Iwanaga.
I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
it's just some nice stuff. And again, the manga from here on out goes to be more of the short format stuff, like the episode with the snake,
Yeah.
for the next few volumes until volume 10, where they actually get back into the Rika plotline. So
So
if
they're
you're looking,
gonna
yeah,
jump straight into volume 10
yeah, this is.
or
But yeah,
or
no,
they're
if I recommend reading if you did want to continue reading it, because I read some of the other volumes. It's slower stuff, but it's more like I'd say comfier. It's not like as like, oh no, people are dying constantly like the Steel Lady Nanase thing.
yeah.
It's more like small mysteries. And I actually don't mind that format so much. I like the Steel Lady Nanase arc was I think done a lot better in the manga than the show. But I still enjoyed watching it.
I was
I
thinking
don't
about
yeah.
picking it up,
I
picking
don't
up a
think
couple
there needs
issues.
to be a season 2 necessarily. I also think that it'll be weird. There's definitely not enough content right now to cover. If you were going to do all the short story stuff, I feel like that would just kind of be a weird season. You could do it, I guess, but like if you give
Yeah.
2 episodes to every single mystery from like I think it's like volume 6 onward.
I would say it would probably fit a little bit better with just like one or two OVAs, like put out a couple OVAs.
Yeah, I think that would be the better choice.
It's like, hey,
But
here's
yeah,
a couple little small self-contained mysteries.
this is a series I like, and I'm going to keep reading it.
I also like this series, and I will probably start reading it fairly soon.
Yeah, like I said, they're each of the volumes after this one, you can just pick up that volume, and that's all. It's self-contained story.
So you guys, most of whom are probably quarantined in your homes, if you're looking for something, pick it up.
Yeah, pick it up
Get that next day delivery.
if they're still doing that. I don't know. They stopped doing like I like because I ordered the Didn't I Say to Make My Abilities Average light novel, and that took me like 2 weeks to get almost.
Right. Shit's
Yeah,
getting weird.
shit is getting weird. Um, now to the final show that we're gonna talk about for winter 2020. I hate getting hurt, so I put all my skill points into defense.
Let's escape into the video game world to escape from the shit that's going on in the real world.
Yeah, we escaped the plague to talk about genocide now.
Yes.
So, as expected, Maple. So Maple and her guild look like they're going to lose to the Holy Order. When, of course, what does she pull out? Atrocity.
I think we even called that last week.
Yeah. No, yeah. So she pulls out Atrocity and she picks up Pain and eats him. And he just has a satisfied look of just accepting his death, like, I didn't expect that skill.
I see you can turn into a legendary tier boss monster. That one
Ha.
caught me a little bit off guard.
So she does that and eats his entire guild. Frederica's even like, that's not fair.
That's so crazy.
And
And
Payne even says to his guildmates too, because she's talking about how it's bullshit, and Payne's like, no, she probably earned that skill by either completing a really difficult quest or doing an event. We just got to train more. And I'm like, you know what? Payne's a positive guy. I could feel like he'd be a fun guy to play games with. But then at the same time, no, dude, it is busted.
it is both busted, but you know what? Keep training.
Yeah.
Use that as a positive reinforcement.
Yeah, it's like, it just means I need to get better, that this player can become a literal raid monster.
I will say that this episode has made me like, all right, I like Pain. I like him. He's a cool dude.
Yep. And then their new strategy is because they've already revealed Maple's atrocity form. It's like, well, what we're gonna do is we're not gonna bother knocking off the top guilds because we're probably not gonna end up getting more points than them. So we just got to get rid of all the other guilds to
Let's
like keep our
go.
spot.
Let's stop going for fetch quests and let's move into PvP territory and
So
just wipe them.
yeah, Maple goes around and just in her kaiju mode just wipes out everybody she can, and it's the horror. I can still hear the screams.
She crushes people. She just disintegrates them with her mouth laser beam.
She just eats them.
It's hard. It's hard to watch.
She
You
even
know, it's
saves the Flame Empire.
oh yeah, because the Flame Emperors are in a big battle with a couple guilds,
But
and
then she
then
shows up and she's like, saves her, and they're like, was that them thanking us? It's like, no, I don't think they're that sympathetic. I think they just or they're
it's a
just removing the
strategy.
yeah. And then Maple's like, oh man, I almost ate me. I was really too careless back there.
That was dangerous. And yeah, they
Yep.
wiped the shit out of basically everybody.
And then they come in third in the whole competition.
Yay!
And they have a big celebration at the end where they invite the Flame Emperors and the Holy Order. At least they're like they're top members because they don't have like the run of the mill dudes showing up.
all hundreds of both guilds
Yeah.
jobbers.
Now they have the main characters show up and they're just like, why are they all here? And they're like, oh, well, Maple saw us in town and invited us. So we're like, oh, why not? So they're all friends now.
Yeah,
Because it is,
everyone's buddies.
because at the end of the day, it is just a game.
That's true. Guys, it's all just a game.
Like Maple has to go to school and Payne has to go to either school or his day job after this.
Probably day job. Payne strikes me as a guy he's out of school, I think.
Yeah, he looks older.
Um I feel like it's important to mention that they ended the event 2 days early because of how much they just slaughtered everyone else.
They're like, yeah, because apparently if you were in the top 10, you get the rewards, and they brought the whole list down to like 6. So they're like, well, I guess we should just end because everyone wins now, technically.
Yeah, there's no point in any of that. And you know what everyone wins? A fucking 5% all stats boost.
That is insane. When they were mentioning that to him, like, that's ridiculous. You don't give that out. That's
You guys fucking know you have a player who has done nothing but pump all of her stats into defense, and you are willing to give her a 5% boost to defense?
also just think about everyone else too. It's like, all right, hey, these characters now have a 5% boost to all stats. I could do the exact same build as like this player and never beat them simply because they just
They
have a
got the event
5%
boost.
Yeah, that's and
That's
you know what? They're probably going to win all the other events and get more boosts because they already have that boost.
they're
That's
just
broken.
gonna snowball. They gave Payne a
Yeah.
5% boost to all of his stats.
Like, he's already the best, like, I think, attacker on the entire, like, game. Now he has an extra 5% on that. No one's ever going to beat Payne.
That's an
Besides
extra
Maple.
5% to agility, to strength, to vitality.
Dude,
Bruh,
the dude with Godspeed in his guild. Now imagine how fast he is now.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so basically, that's a game where you wouldn't want to join now. It's too late to get into.
Yes, to like 2 weeks in is too late. The
I think it's
game's
like at
already
least like
busted.
I think it's like at least 2 months into their like game world.
Yeah, because I think they mentioned when actually it might be 3 because I think they've released I think their schedule was they were releasing a new zone every month.
Yeah, because they're now in like the 3rd zone,
Yeah, Tech Town.
Tech Town. Oh, and yep. So it ends after they all hang out. They watch a highlight video, and then we find out we are getting a season 2.
We're
confirmed.
getting more. Season 2 confirmed.
And I am down because this has been the most fun show on the list for me.
Yeah, I'm not only willing to participate in season 2, I am actively looking forward to it.
We got I really enjoyed Shield Hero. I enjoyed this. It's all about the Shield, man. It's the Shield era we're living in.
Why are Shield characters so awesome?
This show made me want to play an MMO again.
It did, and he has.
I went and played an MMO again.
He got into the FFs.
I got into Final Fantasy after years of being like, man, is there any other MMO that could really get where like peak WoW was? And yes, there is.
It's a popular game.
It's popular. I thought MMOs were dead, but there's still some ones trucking along.
There will always be those people who are dedicated to their game.
But yeah, good shit. Can't wait for season 2. I will be there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And after you
oh, no, you go.
Okay.
Mine was a segue to the end.
Mine is also a segue to the end.
Oh, okay.
And if you want to join us for our season 6 finale, because I've been doing the math and this one's season 6, and join us for season 7, then stay tuned and keep an eye on our YouTube channel. Give that a subscribe. Give this video a like.
We are also on wherever you'll find podcasts: Google Play, Spotify, Deezer, iHeartRadio, iTunes. Yeah,
we on all of it. It's hard not to find us. You have to try.
Yeah, we're on social media. You can't escape us there. We're on Facebook and Twitter at Protagonist Seat.
I know a lot of you guys are probably spending a lot of time on social media these days. Go follow our pages.
Yeah, follow us.
Follow us.
Yeah, we almost did an hour, even though we have less shows.
That's because we routinely went into like 10-minute sessions of banter onto unrelated things.
That'll be the future. Don't worry.
This is why giving us a lot of free time is dangerous.
Yeah, you don't know what we're capable of.
You don't know
how bad it can get.
You don't know what we're capable of.
But yeah, thank you for watching, and see you next week for the awards, because that is going to be interesting.
That's going to be hype AF, fam.
Yeah, who knows who's getting what. We haven't really left any strong indications this season of who's going to win what.
Do we know even? Probably not.
We got to figure this out over the course of this week.
I keep getting ideas, and then I forget my own ideas because I don't write anything down.
I keep it all up here in the noggin.
I would like to, but mine's got a hole in it. It's got a leak. There's a leak in my idea bucket.
But yeah, we will see you next time.
Oh yeah, we were ending. Goodbye.
Yeah.